Yeah. Carlson, your round one winner for the Fwm Whelen Modified Tour.
Except consistent. He's been Mr. Consistent here tonight. He's going to come and have turn number 4 to get a back-to-back win. Took the lead away, took an excellent pit strategy. He's going to win in the race number 3 at Langley.
Nicholas Mole, Hunter Carlson, your new top 3 after the big incident, selecting all 3 of your leaders. And the checkered flag will wave. This race has been called early, but he comes and rounds his way through 3 and 4, and he's going to win on debut in the 4-wide Motorsports 4-wide Tour.
Single lap of this race, and it's looking like he'll lead the last one. Kyle Dumas will come around to win for the second time. Races left here in the championship fight for the 4-wide Motorsports Whelen Modified Tour. My name is Scott Shive. I'm here alongside Emmett Crow with Cody Deemers in production. We got a hot night of racing here tonight at Lanier, and it's a track that I love a lot, Emmett. I think it produces great racing. You got to see a lot of action here last night with the Leadfoot Racing League, and I think we can expect a lot of the same here tonight.
Yeah, I was talking with actually Yogi Schleer during the week after I got off that broadcast, and we were talking about, because they ran a practice session last night, and I was asking him about it, and he said, Scott, the bottom line was the way to go. He said the cars were really intact on that bottom line, and he said it's going to be the bottom or bust for him probably. But, you know, I go back to that late model race last night and just seeing just a mental picture of how the cars were acting towards that course. That's a different type of car, but I think we're in for a great show here at Lanier.
Yeah, you really want to paint that bottom double yellow line and that dotted line, because it is extremely important. This plays pretty flat, not too much banking here at Lanier, so you really want to get on that bottom. And sometimes throughout a run, people will try to eclipse that apron right there to try to get the car to turn more as it tightens up throughout a run. But I think we've got a lot of great stuff here tonight. Lanier will be, this is the 7th race so far, and then next week it'll be a championship night at USA at Lakeland, and it'll be a great one here. So we've had some excellent races so far, but tonight at Lanier I expect for some greatness. Got a lot of drivers, 18 of them in the field tonight, so a great showing here on the 4th night of Speed Weeks here from Elevated TV. And so I think we're going to expect some great stuff tonight. Emmett, let's talk about those points, because they are extremely close. Hunter Carlson is at the top of them, and Zelstra is very, very close behind, as well as Kyle Dumas and some of the others. I'll pull up my image. Yeah, Nicholas Mole is right there as well. Robert Eversole, you check out those points right behind you, and then Kyle Dumas is in 5th. Dumas will not be making the show here tonight, so I think he'll be out of the fight for that championship, and I think it really is going to be between Carlson and Zelstra.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Scott. I think that's what's going to happen right now. It'll be interesting. How aggressive are these two drivers going to be tonight? Are they going to try to go for that, get that third? Well, it would be Zelstra's second win, but Carlson's third win. How are they going to play out, or are they going to save their stuff, have good points day, and advance to the championship?
Yeah, Hunter Carlson currently 5th in practice times, and then it is Alan Zelstra 8th on the charts so far. Austin Cansdale topping the charts right now with a 13.115. So really, really fast lap here in this SK Modified for these gentlemen. I think they have just under a minute left in practice here, and then we will go into qualifying. 4 laps they'll have and 10 minutes total. So going to be some great action here tonight. Tristan Thiese also there on top of the charts. And new driver Mason Lawson is here tonight, Emmett.
Yeah, I was looking at when I was looking at the live timing, thanks to SK. I saw that Mason Lawson. I was like, oh, we got a new guy. And also, I'll tell you another one. Adrian Featherston is also a new guy. Guy that raced with FWM on the console side, and now he's making the move to iRacing.
And making the move over to iRacing. A lot of drivers know that this league, 4Wide Motorsports, they came from Heat 3 NASCAR game. Did you ever get to play that, Emmett?
Oh yes, so that's how I actually got with these guys. You know, it really started a friendship and then a family bond. Started racing with these guys, and then we started talking about possibly announcing, and here we are, going from the console side to now. Pretty cool to see it on iRacing.
Well, here we are now here in our 7th race of the season, and we've had a good one so far. And don't worry, folks, if you are excited or sad about this series ending here with the modifieds next weekend, well, do not fret. The following week, we will go straight into a mini stock series with this 4Wide Motorsport group, so do not be afraid. We will not be going anywhere. We'll just transition from the modifieds over to the mini stocks, and I'm definitely excited about that, Emmett, because I've never gotten to really watch these mini stocks.
Yeah, and that's a really unique series because the vice president of FWM, Mr. Daniel Jones, handpicked these certain tracks and handpicked the series and the car and everything. So yeah, shout out to Daniel Mindfood Jones for making this new series a possibility.
Making that new series a possibility with the mini stocks. We look here with Tucker Shirelicki in his number 44. Got caught up in some incidents in last week's race, so didn't have the night that he would have wanted in his number 44 machine. Currently second on the charts behind Blake Dorney. And so they are very close in time, at least that last lap by. Dorney surely atop the standings at a 13.288. We saw some faster laps than that in practice from some of these drivers, so can anyone come and try to top here Blake Dorney? Hunter Carlson trying to put down some smooth laps, and he will go in front of Blake Dorney, and so will his contender Alan Zelstra. They're both separated by 3/100ths of a second. Look along here in the 93 Red Bull machine of Alan Zelstra.
Yeah, wow. You know, what I just said, I think they just threw that out. Well, look for these guys to be very aggressive. And, yeah, crazy, man.
Oh, look at this. Nicholas Moley, the third driver in points. They have until this moment, him and Zelstra have identical lap times, 13.279 for the both of them. And Tucker Shirelicki moving up in those standings. He's only 1/1000th of a second faster than those two.
Yeah, it's really picking up as Hunter Carlson seems to be the guy, but we'll see if Eversole right here can knock him off the top.
Now, Blake Dorney was able to pick up a few tenths on his last couple of laps, just under Hunter Carlson there in a second. Then it is that 44 of Shirelicki. This is Austin Cansdale in his number 33. Last time by, it was a 13.6. Now it's a 13.7. So Austin Cansdale not able to find the speed in that number 33.
As you're seeing,
Robert Eversole trying to move up those charts, and he will, Emmett. He'll move up into third, just 1/100th in front of Shirelicki. So third, fourth, and fifth are all separated by 2/1000ths of a second. Wow, and Robert Eversole moves that. He eliminates that stat for us because he moves in second, and then Cancel goes into second over him.
Yeah. You know, we call him lucky for a reason, and he's proven it right there. Wow, what a run from Austin Cansdale.
I don't really know if you can find luck in qualifying. I don't even know if that's a thing.
Well, sometimes you just got it, and it looks like he has it. As we go to our new drone cam, thanks to Whiplash Sim Cams, make sure y'all check them out. Great camera work, by the way, Scott, definitely.
Bradley Young here in his number 1, currently 10th on the charts with a 13.4 last time by. Comes through 3 and 4, looking to move himself up out more higher into that top 10, I'll say. Last time by a little bit faster, a 13.37 moves him up in front of Yogi Schlier, but that's only 1 position gained for that number 1 of Bradley Young.
Oh man, and he got a little loose coming down the checker flag there, Scott. Yeah, that little bit might have just cost him, could have cost him a chance at the top 5,
It did. That last time by, it was a 13.38, so just a few 1,000 slower than the lap before. So you imagine if he hadn't had that loose moment, how much he could have gone up on the standings. 89 of Tristan Thiesse here, trying to put down some hot laps for himself in that number 89 blue and white machine. He'll go up towards the top. And I say towards the top, he's in 12th. So trying to move his way up, I would say it's top and relative to where he was last in standings. And look at that. New driver Mason Lawson bumps himself all the way into 2nd, knocking Cansdale down to 3rd.
Yeah, now we see Xander Camper out here trying to put down some hot laps, and that's a cool looking scheme right there, Scott. Oh, and Tristan Thiesse, in the meantime, going to be the pole setter for the moment. Wow.
Man, we saw Hunter Carlson was almost undefeated up there, but then Tristan Thiesse comes down, puts on a heater. It's about 7/100ths of a second faster than Carlson's time. Wayne Cannon in the Hooters number 29. I've got a sad fact for you about Hooters. I think they just filed for bankruptcy. I saw a video on that the other day. Oh, and Wayne Cannon, he's going to correct back, keeps it off the wall. That's going to nullify his lap. So Wayne Cannon currently in 15th that last time by.
Yeah, sad thing. I hope they at least get that check to Cannon because, yeah, like you said, filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy, hard to believe, but yeah.
I've got some bad news for you, Emmett. I don't think he's getting that check.
I don't think he is either.
David Brill, number 88 machine. We've seen him a lot working inside the top 10 in a lot of his races. Looks like he's coming down, bring it to a stop. So Brill has yet to set down a lap, and he brings it back to pit road that time. Looks like he'll go out again. Must have gotten a black flag or something from Iracing. Might not have gone fast enough on his exit. You'll see he'll pick up the time here. So David Brill, one of your only 2 drivers yet to qualify. And you talked about another new driver, Adrian Featherston. He is in 17th last of the drivers who have qualified so far. So Featherston will be looking for more in the race. Brill sideways out of turn 2, almost identical to what we saw from Wayne Cannon. So looking like it's very easy to lose the rears at a track like this.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when we get to the race, Scott, how that corner, because we think about where was it? Was it Nashville? No, it wasn't Nashville. Southern National, where we had, turn 2 was the treacherous corner. So looks like turn 4 at Lanier might be that corner, Scott.
It definitely easy to get loose. You see David Brill bring it back here onto the pit lane. He's only put down 1 lap. It was a 13.685, and that is good enough for last, right behind Featherston, who we were just mentioning. So David Brill, we'll see if he will go out for another lap. He's got just under a minute or 2 minutes and a half to be able to get that done. He'll come back into pit road here, and he will bring it off of pit road back into the, I would say the, what's it called? The Iracing Imaginary garage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tristan Thiesse up at the top right now. Hunter Carlson, man, he was beating everybody. Everyone was putting down their laps. He was looking nice and pretty up atop the pole. And then Tristan Thiesse came back about 5 minutes later and said, I think I'll have that. Temperature out here on the track, 70 degrees on this cool, brisk night. Track temperature just above that, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So going to be a nice track temperature, very ideal track temperature for these drivers. You saw that just under 8 miles per hour of wind. I don't think that'll have any big effect for our gentlemen here in this field tonight. So we continue to wind down on these last times in qualifying. Look at this. I've noticed this almost every week. Daniel Jones does not qualify.
Yeah, yeah, that's just how. If you know Daniel Jones, that's just how Daniel Jones goes. He doesn't really care about qualifying. He just cares about the race and runs his race, and I mean, avoids the traffic and optimally, ends up in a top 10, top 5 position.
I guess so. I mean, hey, look, he's been doing well. Hey, what is it? Let me see where he's at in the point standings. I know he's up within the top 10. Yeah, he's in ninth currently in the point standings for this total season. So he's been doing pretty darn well for himself, only 72 points behind the lead. So Daniel Mindfu Jones has been doing very well for himself in this 4-wide Motorsports Whelen Modified Tour. It's going to be, look, I'm telling you, I love this track. Braselton, USA here for Lanier. And I don't know why, but this track just creates great racing. And it's a track that you really wouldn't think would, Emmett.
Well, it's definitely a gem, Scott, right here in the peach state of Georgia. Our buddy Wesley Outland, I was fortunate enough to do that Leadfoot Racing League race here with him. And he was talking about it brings him back to when he started in the early days of broadcasting, do the ASA super late models and stuff. And
I wish they still ran there.
Oh, dude, yeah. Sadly, it is out of commission in real life. Unbelievable.
Is it really? No way! I didn't even know that. Now I'm distraught. Well, we will have our Studio 86 pole sitter, Tristan Thiese, in his number 89, just coming up to beat Hunter Carlson in the waning time of qualifying. Hunter Carlson will sit on the outside of that front row. In the second row, newcomer Mason Lawson in the 82, and the 33 of Austin Cansdale sits on the outside. Row number 3, Robert Eversole and Blake Dorney. Row number 4 is 7th and 8th, Tucker Strelicky and Alan Zelstra. Row number 5, rounding out your top 10, will be Nicholas Moley and Xander Camper.
Yeah, in row 6, we're going to find the 81 of Austin Peck, who has won in his debut, lining up next to Bradley Young on the outside in the 1. Row 7, we'll find Yogi Schlier lining up next to Joshua Tressler on the outside. In row number 8, we'll find Wayne Cannon in the 29 Hooters lining up next to Gerald J. Berlin in the 70. Row 9, we'll find Adrian Big Chief Featherston lining up next to David Brill in the 88. And rounding out the field will be Mr. Daniel Mindfu Jones.
Healthy 19-car field count here in this race tonight. And again, I can't tell you, I do love this track, and now I'm very distraught knowing that it is out of commission in real life, but I'm glad that it is here in the sim, still with us. So Hunter Carlson atop the charts in total point standings, looking to have a good night above Alan Zelstra here. Them two really the only two fighters left in the championship, but Nicholas Moley, if he could pull out a win today and maybe Carlson and Zelstra don't have their best day, he might still have a shot. 125 laps lay ahead of us in this race. Let's get it on. Oh, and they're crashing already. Cansdale down to the inside. Gosh. Caution's going to come quickly.
Well, we didn't even get the green flag barely out from flagman Barney, and he had to switch those flags so quick, Scott. Shout out to Barney for that quickness right there.
Shout out to Barney for being very quickly on that caution. You saw it here on the restart. Who was it behind Mansfield there? It was the 7, but who is that on it? Was that Xander Camper?
I believe it was Xander Camper.
So Xander Camper. Yeah, it was Dorney in number 7. Yeah, he just got on the loud pedal a little bit too quickly. got into the back of Kansas. You'll check it out here as we went to green. You'll see Dorney right there in the number 7 machine on the outside. Yeah, just got it too quickly. That takes out Eversole. He's able to save it, but he's got a broken right front. And, oh, man, big contact there for Wayne Cannon. And, oh my goodness, who's that? Who was that on their head?
I don't know.
Was that Lawson?
It might have been.
No, it wasn't Lawson. No, who's this driver right here? I can't quite see. Oh, it's Bradley Young.
Bradley Young.
He goes up on his lid before we even get to turn number 1. Yeah, Yogi Schleer right there getting a good bit of damage into that incident. So a lot of drivers having to bring it to the pit lane way earlier than we would have imagined. This is going to shake up our grid already.
Yeah, wow. Talk about this, Scott. We haven't even got going, and already our first caution of the day. Crazy. There must be a full moon out tonight in Lanier.
Well, it looks to be that way with all these lights, the night sky, no stars twinkling in the sky. They'll stay dark tonight. You see fans up on the hillside. Yeah, I imagine this place was really cool to come to in real life.
Yeah, eating their zebra cakes like our good old producer.
I love zebra cakes. They're really good.
I know.
Hey, look, I'm a big fan of Nutty Buddies.
Yes,
those are my favorite. Cosmic Brownies right behind them. Recently learned that Cosmic Brownies are actually really bad for you, but I don't care.
But they're good.
They are good. So Tristan the SA still sits up front. Hunter Carlson will remain up there as well. They stayed out of the calamity, but not so lucky for a lot of the drivers behind them. It has definitely changed up how we're going to restart this race. Austin Cansdale went from starting in 4th. He'll start in 13th.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
so
they only get...
Oh, go ahead, Emmett.
I started to cut you off, Scott. I was going to say, they only get 1 fast repair, right?
Yes. No, they get 2. They have 2.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was going to say, because that would be unfortunate if they only had 1 and they had to use it right now.
Going to go to single file restarts even after the 1 incident. So single file, we're going to go here already in the beginning. That'll give Tristan Thiese a great jump out to the start. Mason Lawson trying to challenge him for second. Oh, gets into the back. Carlson overcorrects it. He's able to save it. We're going to stay under green, but he's going to lose plentiful amounts of positions.
Yeah, talk about a tough break for Mason Lawson. I think, was that Xander Camper that got into the back of him just ahead?
No, he just overcharged the corner. Yeah, he just overcharged the corner on Carlson, got into the rear of Carlson, and just had to check himself up. It got him loose. Now he's behind Gerald Berlin. This is the battle for 5th between these two. One of our only battles out on the field right now. I think there's some more battles farther back. It's Wayne Cannon on the outside of Cansdale. Cansdale will move through in this battle, and Yogi Schleer trying to move up closer to the top 10. He's going to go around Cannon on the inside for 14th.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, David Brill. I saw David Brill was stopped down on the backstretch. I think he got back to the pit lane. So no caution thrown for him, but I think David Brill was spun off of turn number 2.
Look at Mason Smith right here, Scott, trying to get to the inside of Gerald Berlin.
Yeah,
sorry, I keep calling these guys by their places.
Oh, that's okay. Mason Lawson here moves himself up into 5th. They both passed Nicholas Moley there. So Moley fell 2 positions and now under attack from Alan Zelstra. This is a close fight here all the way from 4th back to 8th with Austin Pack rounding it out in that yellow and green machine.
Yeah, it's definitely getting really racy and the action's really picking up as Lawson is, and look at Zelstra. Zelstra's trying to pass, who is that? The 7 of... No,
that's Nicholas Moley.
Trying to pass Moley. Yeah, trying to pass Moley right here in the 248, and he's going to get around him right here.
And look at this. That's going to open the hole as well for Austin Pack back there. We continue to look along with Lawson. He's up there with Gerald Berlin. He's fallen back a little bit now from these two. And then right in front of him, Gerald Berlin is 1.4 seconds back from third place driver of Blake Dorney. So the field a little bit spread out between some of these drivers. But Blake Dorney right on the heels of Hunter Carlson. You see him right here. He is advancing slowly on that 32.
Yeah, Dorney, I've been watching him, Scott. He's really picking it up as we take a good look right here, seeing David Brill coming back onto the track. But, yeah.
8 laps down, I think, Emmett.
Oh, wow. Tough break for David Brill. But, yeah, Dorney, this has really turned into a three-way battle for the lead now that Dorney has caught both the SA and Carlson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. You see Dorney absolutely slideways as the caution flies for the second time tonight.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. Gerald Berlin was running up in 4th position. Looks like he got loose and overcorrected. Has ended up near that wall. Might have had contact, though. He was fighting with newcomer Mason Lawson. So got to wonder if there was contact or if this was a solo incident.
Yeah, as we take a look at the replay right here, it looks like...
I'm going to guess there's contact.
I was about to say, yeah. Oh,
Yep.
Definitely. Oh, yeah.
Got to wonder, though, was that Lawson coming up, or was that Berlin not thinking that he would try to squeeze that hole and coming down? I want to take another look at it here from this driver camera.
I think that was Berlin.
I think mainly it was a racing incident, and I think Berlin might not have expected him to charge the hole. Let's take a look here at that incident. Oh, yeah, that's Berlin just coming down. Mason Lawson squeezing himself into a hole. He saw an opening, and he took it.
Wow. Yeah, definitely took a solid spot, but yeah.
Oh.
Wow. So we ride on board with Mason Lawson.
Definitely a racing incident, but I think that Berlin might not have known that he was going to try to take the hole and try to get a good apex on the corner. Turns down, and Lawson is there. So that will relegate. Let's see. That will relegate him back. Berlin. Let's see where he's going to end up. It looks like he's going to end up 17th. So last car on the lead lap, right on the inside of Yogi Schlier. We've lined him up. We're back to double file. Tristan Thiese on the inside, Carlson on the outside, Blake Dorney waiting for an open hole. Oh, he's going to make contact with Lawson.
Yeah, it looked like, Dorney got into Lawson, and Lawson got way up the racetrack, but now Zelstra's going to move into the number 3 spot, Scott.
Zelstra gets the inside of Dorney after that moment, and that's going to open the door for Austin Pack. 3 wide into turn number 3. Contact between Dorney and Zelstra. There goes Austin Pack. Made up 2 positions, and we're still 3 wide.
Oh, what a move from Pack right there. Taking advantage of the 3 wide action, was able to take the spot. But meanwhile, Hunter Carlson took the lead away from Thiese. We totally forgot about it.
Well, I don't think we forgot about it. There was hot action back here up within the top 5. So Carlson has gotten away with it by almost half a second in front of Thiese. Will stay with this battle right here. Alan Zelstra trying to work through it as we have caution out yet again. While we have this caution, we'll look back here at how Hunter Carlson got this lead, and it looks like he did it from the outside.
Yeah, from the outside. Wow, what a move from Hunter Carlson.
That's impressive to get the lead from the outside. Still not clear yet, so we imagine it's from the outside because he's really hung out here. Tries to pinch down Thiese on the exit, and yeah, that is extremely impressive to get that done on the outside.
Yeah, very impressive. Now let's take a look at what happened during this caution.
Yeah, we'll take a moment for our producer, Cody Deemers, to be able to find this one while he was showing us the replay. Oh, no, please don't tell me it involves Berlin again. Racing right behind Daniel Jones. Oh, he's going to get contact from Brill. Oh, man, if I'm Berlin, I'm extremely frustrated. Wayne Cannon's going to get involved, as well as Yogi Schlier. But if I'm Berlin, I'm over the radio. I'm hot about that one, getting turned by a car that's 8 laps down.
Well, I'll tell you, Scott, if you know Jared Berlin, he is not a happy camper usually. And, yeah, it would be interesting to hear what that radio sound is.
I'd be shouting. I'd be like, you're 8 laps down. What are you doing? Let's get a word with Gerald Berlin. Berlin, I want to know, tell me about that incident there with David Brill there. David Brill is 8 laps down and racing you pretty hard.
Yeah, I think he just accidentally got in the back of me.
Yeah. Well, we just wanted to ask you. You're a lot more calm and reserved than I would be, so glad to see you as calm and reserved as you are. What do you need to do to work yourself here from the back? We're still early on in the going, more than 100 laps left to go in this race.
I think just be patient, let them destroy their own stuff, and go on by.
Well, there you go. Good luck, Gerald. Glad that you're calm, cool, and collected under the helmet. Get back out there and go at him.
Yeah.
Gerald Berlin going to start back up in the 16th position on this restart. We've doubled him up here. Hunter Carlson on the inside and at the lead for the first time in this race. And Austin Pack, after that big 3-wide move on the inside of Dorney and Zelstra, finds himself third on the inside. Green flag is away. Hunter Carlson takes the jump.
Yeah, Hunter Carlson got a great jump, this time on the bottom line. Kind of a aggressive move on that inside line, as we saw him be really aggressive on the outside. Oh, man.
Contact between TSA and Zelstra as caution is out again. That's Robert Eversole backwards on the front stretch. He's going to throw it into reverse, try to get himself straightened up here. But look at that. Austin Pack used that restart, that good momentum on the bottom side to get in front of TSA. We'll take a look back here. It's Mason Lawson on the inside of Eversole. Is there going to be contact on the exit of this corner? Oh, he gets contact from Nicholas Moley behind.
Yeah, Nicholas Moley started it, and then...
Did you see that avoidance by Austin Cansdale there, Emmett?
I tell you, dude, we don't call him lucky for a reason. Not for any reason.
You see the spinner here, right here, that light blue car barely misses it.
Wow.
I cannot believe that left front was not destroyed. You see Eversole involved in his second incident of the night. So a little bit more cautions than we would have imagined at Lanier, but I think we talked about it, Emmett. The racing is going to be hot, and it has been so far.
Yeah, it's been hot, and definitely, and wow, there's going to be some tempers flaring after this race, Scott.
I thought so. I thought so, but then I mean we've got Gerald Berlin really cool under the helmet when we came and talked to him.
Yeah, you get him out of that helmet, he ain't gonna be cool.
Hey, I find myself hottest up under the helmet, but it might be different for Mr. Berlin in that number 70. Get him double filed up here again. Lights out on the pace car. So 1 to go this time by. We will have ourselves back under green flag conditions. Tristan TSA has fallen from first quite a few laps ago down into third. The real question is, can he play the switcheroo like we saw from Austin Pack last time around? We'll go for single file restarts yet again to try to minimize the cautions. Leaves Hunter Carlson all out alone.
Yeah, Hunter Carlson got another great jump on that restart, but Pack is coming in that City Chevrolet scheme. Beautiful looking Days of Thunder scheme. But now we look at Mason Lawson battling with Alan Zelstra, Scott.
Yeah, Alan Zelstra battling with Mason Lawson. This is the battle for the 5th position between those two. Zelstra still trying to hunt himself up towards the front. He needs to finish in front of Hunter Carlson if he wants to be able to battle for that championship win when we come to the close next weekend. Blake Dorney working on TSA here for third. Blake Dorney, another driver that we have not seen yet before. We saw him last week when you and me got to call the Southern Family 92. Him is pretty fast there, and he looks to be pretty fast tonight.
Yeah, definitely pretty fast, and he's one of those madhouse drivers, so he knows how to get around these tight corners, definitely, Scott.
He does. Look back one position here. Lawson is going to get around Zelstra for that 5th spot. That's going to open the door as well for Relicki. Relicki qualified out right inside the top 10, but we haven't spoke about him at all yet today. But here he is trying to march himself forward on the inside of Zelstra.
Yeah, we think back to Concord. Relicki had a chance to take that win away, and then the big wreck happened, and unfortunately he was caught up in it, and Zelstra went on to get his first win.
Yeah, Zelstra went on to get his first win when we were back at Concord. Relicki was one of those drivers fighting with it. And so Shirelicki's still trying to find himself a win here in this 4Wide Motorsports Modified Tour. And he's got 2 chances left to do it, but I don't know how I would feel with Hunter Carlson dominating so far in this race. We continue to watch along with that, Zelstra. We move up to Blake Dorney, currently running in 4th, and that is Mason Lawson right behind. This is Austin Pack trying to battle for this lead. He's hot on the heels of Hunter Carlson. So Hunter Carlson's first challenge from the lead today.
Yeah, we're going to get a good look with our new drone camera, thanks to Whiplash SimCams for being our sponsor. But yeah, look at Pack right here trying to get to the inside, and he is right there trying to get to that quarter panel, Scott.
Right there trying to get to that left rear. Got a great run out of turn number 4. Didn't take the opening there. You can see it. He's entering high, apexing late, and getting good speed off the corner. He enters lower this time than Carlson, but Carlson drifts wide. So you can see them trying 2 different lines, 2 different deals. You can see Carlson absolutely sideways here through the center of the corner. So they are both putting this car all the way on the edge. And Austin Pack is right there, ready for the taking.
Yeah, Austin
Pack. There's the opening.
Yeah, here he goes right here, Scott. He's going to drive it into the corner deep, trying to get it, and he's not cleared yet. Oh, man, he can't clear.
They're going to be side by side. You saw Carlson made a mistake out of turn 2 that opened the door for Pack, but Carlson trying to squeeze down Pack like he did with the SA and get him on the outside. He's going to have a bobble there out of turn number 4. New leader, Austin Pack, and meanwhile, the SA has closed down on them side by side here with Carlson trying to take back second place.
Yeah, here comes Carlson on the outside. You know, that's where he was real strong, but what a move by Pack to just change lanes up there to cut off the momentum from Carlson.
Back straightaway. Sorry to interrupt you there, Emmett. Shirelicki was sideways down to the back straightaway, and he brought it into the pit lane. The driver that was having a good day before is now into the pit lane. You saw the SA there kept tapering down on the bottom. That moved him back, and so Hunter Carlson is safely in second for the moment.
Yeah, for the moment, definitely, but the SA coming back strong on that inside line. Trying to catch up as we see the 12 of Yogi Schleer battling with...
He's sideways!
Oh!
Yogi Schleer sideways, and I think
green.
Right in front of him, Gerald Berlin had the same moment. He brought it into the pit lane, and Yogi Schleer was able to keep that car rolling. So we do stay green here in this race. So look, we'll take a look back at what happened to Gerald Berlin in that number 7. He looks like he's just going to get loose off of turn number 2, really on the entry into turn number 1. Yep, just hard charges the entry, gets loose, and cannot get that thing straight, brings it to the pit road.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't bring out a caution with him even hitting the inside wall. Huh.
I think another second there, and they would have thrown it, but he brought it into the pit lane. So Austin Pack out front, continuing to try to lead lap in this race. We got a great running here. We're going to take you side by side, and we'll be back for the rest of the action. 47 laps complete. Caution back on the speedway at lap number 51. Had a good green flag portion going there. You saw a lot of drivers spin it down off the corners, but were able to get it back to the pit lane. We'll take it back here at the cause for this caution. We're looking along with Mason Lawson. He was running in third. The SA sideways there. Him and Lawson are going to make time to. Oh my goodness. Both heavy contact into the wall. Let's take another look back at that one because Lawson trying to charge it on the inside. He's been aggressive tonight, Emmett.
Yeah, he's definitely been aggressive, Scott, in his debut. But yeah, oh, the SA got loose right there. That's what happened. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think that was any of Lawson's fault. Made a move to the outside there and just got caught. The SA was trying to save the car as he got loose, and when he tried to correct up, there was Lawson, and he wasn't able to straighten out the car. They went both straight into the wall.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened, and wow, tough break for Lawson. Making his debut with FWM and gets caught up in just a racing accident.
Yeah, caught up in a racing incident there. And so we'll double them back up at this time. Try to see if we'll go double file for these restarts. Want to make a note of it. Blake Dorney has come into the pit lane. I think he's coming in for tires. As the green flag is going to come out, they're going to both rejoin from the pit lane. So Blake Dorney going to get tires here. Double file back on the restart. It's Carlson, then Pack, the SA, and Zelstra. Cansdale rounding out your top 5.
Yeah, and here comes Pack on the inside trying to make the move on Carlson, but he can't do it, so he's just going to follow him into the turn down the backstretch.
Pack had a great lead going. He was back overtaken by Carlson. So he'll sit there in second, just under 0.3 of a second back. Then it is the SA, Zelstra, and Cansdale, all with about 0.3 of a second between those drivers. We look back here to Wayne Cannon in the
look at David Brill.
29. Oh my gosh, look at David Brill trying to battle up here with some of these drivers. 3 wide for a moment there to the outside. That's going to impact Shirelicki, and he's going to go back a couple laps. He's already 9 laps down in this race. Robert Eversole in this number 11. He started in 5th. He's in 6th now. He's been involved in 2 incidents trying to move himself back up to where he started.
Yeah, just trying to rebound from just a hard day, but he's really starting to catch a little momentum as he's starting to try to get through this field. And that's
David Brill, caution is out. He is a spinner once more. Take a look back at what happened. I'm looking back on my deal. Oh, let's see. Oh, he's gonna. Oh no, it's gonna be our new man, our new driver of Mason Lawson. You're gonna see here, Brill goes high, and then Lawson gets a good run through the corner, gets into the back of Brill.
Yeah, that just looked like Brill just checked up right there, and Lawson just didn't see him check up and was unfortunate to get into the back of him right there.
Yeah, and that's one of those things. It's really difficult to see when they're checking up like that, but I don't know. Sometimes you're able to find the break, but sometimes it might happen too quickly. I'm not sure how to call that one because, you saw Brill definitely getting a little bit loose there for a second, was slow through the center. But I think that's one of those moments where if you are Lawson, you might have a second to be able to see, might be able to try to check up.
Yeah, definitely.
Brill 7 laps down in this race. He's 7 laps down in 17th. Shirelicki is 9 laps down in 18th. And Gerald Berlin has bowed out of this race. Continues to go laps down. So that number 70 that we talked about, trying to stay out of other people's incidents, was unable to. We saw that spin he had earlier, and after that, he decided to call it a day. So it's Carlson, Pack, the SA, and Zelstra. Your first 2 rows. We get them back ready to go under green, coming to complete lap 58.
Yeah, and we see Pack really got on the back bumper that time on that restart onto Carlson. And he's going to try to drive it in there, Scott. Do you think he's going to do it? I don't think he is.
Not yet. He's going to charge and size up the moment. The SA secures himself into that third spot. Zelstra, then Cansdale, your same top 5 from earlier. They've been able to retain their positions, just trying to run down some laps now. We move on into lap number 61 of this race, almost halfway.
Yeah, we're getting to the halfway point, and it's really picking up with the action now. And now Pack is really catching up to Carlson and Scott. We're inside. We're in for an exciting second half of this race.
Yeah, definitely in for an exciting one. Just to recap our first half, we had some early cautions with a few incidents. That first one off the restart, we saw it involve that driver of the 33, Cansdale, sitting in the 5th spot. Now he started out in 4th. He was spun by Blake Dorney on the very opening lap, and so that brought us a quick caution. Then we saw a few more. For instance, we saw, I think it was Daniel Jones. No, it was Bradley Young up on his lid on that first lap incident. We saw a few others, and we'll see caution fly for the moment. But that's been really the name of the game. We had one early green flag run, but ever since then, we have had just a good couple of cautions involving normally just 2 drivers having an incident.
Yeah, that's what we've been seeing. A lot of course, we had, like you said, the big pile up on lap 1, but these incidents that we've had here lately are all just 1 or 2 cars, and it's getting really kind of weird out there.
It is getting kind of weird out there with what's going on. We'll take a look back at our incident right here that brought us under our most recent caution. Big checkup in front of these 2 drivers. I'm trying. The screen is very small. I'm gonna do a very unappetizing look here. Trying to take a look back at what happened. Was that Joshua Tressler? I think that was Tressler getting into Moley.
I think Moley was getting
one or the other.
And Tressler didn't see it. Because if we look right here, Moley is right there, gets a little slide. Oh no. Tressler hit the wall and came down and didn't see Moley.
So. Yeah, those 2 drivers having a bit of a moment on the front stretch. And so a lot of other drivers bringing it into the pit lane for the first time tonight. Some of these drivers that have been running up front coming in to get tires. The first 4, it looks like, stay out. And then a lot of other drivers have come into the pit lane for tires and some to fix damage.
Yeah, it's wow. I told you there must be a full moon out in Georgia tonight, because that's I mean, it's been crazy.
It has been a little bit crazy between these drivers in their SK modifieds. Hunter Carlson continues to hold the lead out front over that 81 of Austin Pack. Alan Zelstra has moved himself up into 3rd, trying to get up in front of Carlson. Getting ready for the green flag on to lap number 66. Halfway complete in the race. Halfway to go.
And look who's right up there, Scott. Alan Zelstra is right there battling for the lead. You know he wants to win this championship.
He does. He's got to get in front of Carlson to be able to have a chance to do it in the next race. He's fighting alongside Cansdale here for that first spot on the podium. Cansdale getting a great run on the outside, trying to pull the Hunter Carlson special at Lanier.
Yeah, what a move by
do it.
Cansdale. Yeah, he's definitely going to do it. And what a move to use that high line that we saw Hunter Carlson use to take the lead away. And Cansdale able to clear Zelstra, and now he's got his set sight on Pack and Carlson.
Yeah, looking back here at the battle for 5th, it's between Eversole and Dorney. They're in their number 11 and 7 machines, respectively. Whoa, Dorney, big moment out of turn number 2. Might add some contact there, and that's going to put Eversole up into that top 5. As we look back up front, the battle for the lead is on. Austin Pack
Look at
moves to
Cansdale.
the inside of Carlson. Cansdale catching them very quickly.
Yeah, he's catching them really quickly, Scott. And now we see Pack. He's trying to clear Carlson, and that's going to open up the door. Yeah, he's going to do it. And here comes Cansdale on the inside.
Austin Cansdale caught these two as they were battling side by side for the lead, but Cansdale still has to get it from the inside of Hunter Carlson. Meanwhile, Pack is going to be able to go out and gain the lead. Wow!
Oh.
A bit of paper between those two Nerf bars as the caution will fly. Robert Eversole battling for 5th, spins it.
Yeah, and I think if you ask Austin Pack, I think he took a big breath of relief, just like Hunter Carlson did when that caution came out, because Austin Cansdale was coming for those two positions.
Eversole, oh my goodness, it's Mason Lawson.
Wow.
Man, he has got that Nerf bar destroyed. He has gotten into the back of a lot of drivers here tonight.
Yeah, it definitely has. And, for your debut, I don't think you want to get into that many drivers, but, rookie mistakes happen.
Yeah, hey, you never know, but you see Eversole was running very well, though. Got to the inside of Zelsher, was about to battle for 4th, and on that check up to the corner, it just looks like Lawson didn't lift.
Yeah.
So if you want to get all of the updates here from Elevated Television about what all series are coming on, what races are coming next, join our Discord, scan the QR code on the screen to be a part of that. You can get all the updates of the series that we're doing, when they're going on, who's going to be on them, all of the jazz. You can get it all here at the Elevated TV Discord. So please join. It's a great time. We're always having a good time, right, Emmett?
Yeah, we're always having a good time here. You know, it's like that song, having a good time. Definitely here. So definitely join that Discord, folks.
Well, Austin Pack has the lead. And look, if you ever look, the iRacing platform is amazing. I've got iRacing. I know all of us around here have iRacing. It's fun to join the sim, watch races, race in races. And so join up on iRacing. Sign up today. They normally always got a sale going on for new members. So scan that QR code to join up in iRacing. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. Sometimes it'll make you the happiest you've ever been, and sometimes it'll make the angriest you've ever been. It's fun all times in between. Austin Pack in that City Chevrolet sits on the lead here. Will come to complete 74 laps. Hunter Carlson on the outside, try to get it back. Will he pull the special on the outside? He won't be able to. Pack gets a great jump off the restart.
Yeah, Pack, I think he was anticipating that move from Carlson. Just got a great launch on the restart. But look at Carlson, dude. That car is just so good on that high line. It's
really good.
Tune up there.
Oh!
What?
Cannot believe that didn't involve an incident there. Blake Dorney was able to keep it off, and look who moves through in that incident. It was our boy, Mason Lawson.
Yeah, Mason Lawson, he's gotten back up
here. The bringer of chaos.
Yeah, the bringer of chaos, but I'm showing that, yeah, wow.
You know what Lawson is really reminding me of right now? He's really reminding me of Hocevar at Atlanta the other night. And that is not me talking any smack. Lawson has gotten himself up front, but he's done it very well. A little bit of a scuffle here in the backfield. Drivers slow on track, but no caution as of now. Must have had a bit of a moment back near the back. Bradley Young here running up towards, we look back towards the front, and look at that. Austin Cansdale was able to move through into second after that little moment between Lawson and Carlson. You know what I'm thinking right now, Emmett? I think Carlson's right sides are beginning to go.
That's what I was thinking. I was wondering because he dropped tremendously off the pace. And that's what I was wondering, Scott. Yeah, he's just so tight. And it's because, He ran that car so hard on that high line, and that could have had a very big impact in those tires.
I definitely do agree. He run that car very hard and might have run it a little bit too hard on the outside a few times because we saw he got the lead from the outside from Fiesse, then he was running on the outside of Austin Pack on multiple occasions. So you can just see that he doesn't have the same entry speed that he did earlier. But Austin Cansdale trying to hunt down the 81 of Austin Pack for this lead, and caution is out here again on lap number 8. Big stack up. It's Zelstra, Eversole, Fiesse, Wayne Cannon, and Joshua Tressler all involved here out of turn number 2.
Yeah, and we take a look right here. It's going to be Xander Camper, I believe.
Might be where it starts.
Yeah. Oh, no. Right there. Featherston got into Zelstra, and then it just was a chain reaction.
Xander Camper was able to make it through safely.
He actually avoided it.
He avoided it. We'll look along here with Tristan Fiesse. You'll see the moment here. There's Zelstra going sideways, and then, yep. Oh, goodness. Fiesse tries to go to the bottom. Then Tressler is there. Wayne Cannon nowhere to go. Eversole gets collected in it somehow.
Yeah, how did Eversole get into
I don't know, but he has had a down day. He's worked himself trying to get up towards the front now 3 separate times, and he has somehow found himself involved in an incident.
Yeah, last week it was Gerald Berlin, and this week it's got to be Robert Eversole.
Yeah, I think so. Our unlucky moment of the race.
Yeah, no sir
Eversole has been caught up in something. We'll take a look here at the originating factor. I think that 19 car was down on the apron going really slow. That was really weird.
I believe that was Feathers.
Oh, he got loose off of turn 4. That's what it was.
Yeah.
He was running in front of Dorney, gets way loose off of turn 4. That puts him way slow and 3 wide into turn 1 and got him up the track.
Wow. Tough break for Alan Zelstra, though.
Big, tough break for Zelstra. It's good for Pack.
And it's good for Carlson, too.
And Carlson going to be able to reset himself, I think. No, he still has not brought it down the pit lane. So a lot of these drivers up front still have not pitted. I know that Mason Lawson is coming to the pit lane, but I wonder if he got tires or just fuel. Austin Pack gets the jump on the green flag. It's going to open the door for Mason Lawson on the inside of Austin Cansdale.
Yeah, Cansdale now being challenged by Lawson. And, you know, Cansdale running that high line. Do you think seeing Carlson having a little getting tight off the corners, do you think that might have an impact?
He might try something here, but he doesn't want to overuse his stuff on the outside. He's going to try it here. We saw him earlier. He's getting a great run, good apex. He's going to get it on this next lap, I imagine. He scraped the wall there that time by on the front stretch, and it didn't help him. But look there through the center of the corner and on exit, Cansdale just has a great run. But the more Lawson stays up under him, the less time he's going to have an effective run towards the outside. I think he's going to give it up.
Yeah, I think he might give it up right here and let Cansdale finally pass him.
Oh, he's going to get a lucky break with a caution, and it'll score him out, I think, in front. Yes, it will, but it looks like Alan Zelstra might be involved here. And this is not what Zelstra needed after that earlier incident, because he is far away from Hunter Carlson on track, and that will move them further apart in the fight for the championship. It looks like he might just get loose on his own.
Yeah, it looks like he just got loose, and I was about to say, well, the script has been leaked. You're good. You're good. But yeah, Scott, talk about a great break for for Austin Cansdale. I keep calling him Lucky, but you know, this is the caution that he needed right here, because he's going to pull alongside on that outside line with Pack. if they don't go single file right here, that'll be interesting. But it will be very interesting on how Cansdale can get around Pack on this restart.
Well, he needs to first of all make sure that he can get down to the bottom, because if he keeps fighting with Lawson here, Austin Pack is going to run away with it.
Right. Yeah, he needs to see if he. You're good.
Our producer having a bit of a coughing fit at the moment. If you see anything pop up on screen, that is why. He's been battling sickness all day long, but has prevailed here behind the booth. So big thanks to Cody Demers, our man behind the scenes that doesn't get enough recognition for all that he does here at Elevated Television. Lot of action behind the scenes as he continues to get up. I know our viewers can't hear it. They're lucky, but he's battling and he's staying with us. So do not fret. Austin Pack on the inside of Austin Cansdale. So two Austins make up the front row. Then it is Mason Lawson and Hunter Carlson in that second row. Green flag again. Oh, crash! Austin Pack into the wall. Cansdale turns him.
You know, we got to go back to look at that replay because it looked like Pack was drifting up just a hair.
It was.
I think Pack was trying to block Cansdale because he saw the run that Cansdale was going to get. Let's take a look at this replay right here. Yeah, that's what happened. His car just...
I will say he came up, but at the same time, Cansdale was not all the way up against the wall.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Definitely. You can get a view from behind to be able to see those drivers from these perspective of the lines, because it's always easy when you can use those lines as a reference. You look back here from the back bumper of Lawson. Yeah, it just looks like the 81's coming up. Meanwhile, Cansdale just not going all the way towards the wall. Oh yeah, the 81 just comes up. But I will say he probably expected Cansdale to go all the way to the wall, but Cansdale doesn't have to. And so when there's a car there, there's a car there.
Yeah, I don't think Cansdale had a chance to get up to the wall. Looking at that, it happened
I think
so
the
fast.
81, you're right, Emmett, thought he was clear.
Yeah, I think the 81 thought he was clear, and that spotter, he might be looking for a new job. But yeah, looking right here.
And then, Wayne Cannon. Oh my God.
Yeah, Wayne Cannon takes a hard hit right there too. God.
It gives the hard hit.
Yeah, it gives the hard hit. That's what I meant.
Yeah, Calamity on a restart for our two leaders. That is a great view right here. We'll take another one up from the roof cam. Oh, right here down in turn one. It's going to be a great view.
Man.
Oh, yeah. You can see that hit and here. Wayne Cannon comes piling in. But Calamity for our two leaders, and this only benefits Hunter Carlson.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it benefits a lot more people, but mostly Hunter Carlson.
And look who's in the lead, Scott. It's Mason Lawson. Can you believe it?
In the 82, single file restarts, 90 laps, now 91. Lawson, new driver tonight, takes over the lead.
Yeah, we've seen, 3 first-time winners in this series, and we might see another one. And I tell you, Lawson's got...
Yeah.
Yeah, Lawson's definitely...
a great moment here to try to get another win. We've had a lot of drivers get wins on debut. Lawson trying to be another one of those. Carlson was the first one. Then it was Dumas. Then we saw it with, who was it? Austin Pack, and Lawson trying to be the fourth. Robert Eversole has moved himself from the back all the way to the top 5 for the third time tonight. The question is, can he keep out of others' incidents this time around to get a solid top 5? That is a question that remains with just over 30 laps to go this time by.
Yeah, and I think Mully wants to just, put it on cruise control and just keep this top 5, because when it comes down to points, that could help him ultimately get to that number 2 spot. And we have another caution.
Yeah, another caution out. Austin Cansdale looks to be one of the drivers involved. Running back here was running 13th at the time, had a big gap to the drivers in front of him. Looks like he's just going to spin it on the exit. Yep, just gets loose on the exit.
Oh, what a
David
move
Brill
by
and
David
Austin
Brill.
Pack barely avoid that one.
Yeah, Austin wasn't so lucky, but David Brill was very lucky to avoid that wreck.
It definitely was.
So Scott, let me ask you this: when you're coming down to it, we've got a handful of laps left. Are the drivers going to come in and get tires?
At this point, I think you're in your bed that's made. I think if you didn't get
That's
tires about 20 laps ago, I think you're letting it lie. And so I think where you're at now is where you're going to end it. And I think that's an excellent question, because I think if you go take tires now, it's going to be so difficult to come up through this field, especially when it's very likely that we will see more cautions.
Definitely, and that's what I was thinking also. That
we saw right there, Blake Dorney was giving his Nerf bar to the rear of Eversole. It was a very close moment, and I was very worried for Eversole's safety in that moment, trying to get a solid top 5 out of today. We've doubled up the field. I think we'll have the lights out on the pace car this time. Yes, we will. So 1 to go. Next time around, they will come back to green, and we're double filed yet again. So I think we're en route for a chaotic restart, Emmett.
Yeah, I just buckled my seatbelt, Scott, because it's going to be a wild ride. I got a prediction, but yeah, I'm excited to see what happens.
Drivers
yeah, I hope they are too.
Tightening their belts. Green flags are away for Lawson and Carlson.
Yeah, Lawson got a great launch on the restart, but look at Carlson go right back up to that high line, and look at where Lawson went. He went right up to that high line to try to block the momentum, but Carlson, man.
Huge battle here between Moley, Dorney, and Eversole. Almost a 3-wide battle between them. Moley stuck on the outside, gives the bump to Eversole. It's going to be 3 wide here down into turn number 1. Moley backs out. Dorney down on the bottom of Eversole. Eversole's moved to the outside.
Yes, we see Moley try to pick them both off on the inside, but yeah, what a move by Dorney to keep the momentum. He
forced his way in there.
Yeah, he did, definitely.
Made a hole for himself back up towards the front. It's a battle for the lead. Mason Lawson being hounded by that 32 of Carlson. He's right there, and the caution will fly yet again. I imagine it was for that mid-pack we were just looking at a moment ago.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness. Parking lot.
And once again, Alan Zelstra is involved, Scott.
Yep. And this is, his day has gone from bad to worse. He was running up in the top 3 through the midpoint of this race. And after that last incident, he has not been able to get himself out of there. Yogi Schlier leading this on the inside. Then it's Joshua Tressler. It looks like Zelstra just gets into Tressler trying to move himself to the bottom. And that just stacks up this field.
Yeah, and Austin Pack involved once again also. Wow. A lot of good cars.
Featherston getting taken out as well.
Yeah.
And so a big moment there into turn number 1 really created a parking lot for these drivers. And so we're going to take you to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Coming up to the line, being chased, and it was Braden Johnson. Unbelievable finish. It was 1/1000th of a second between them.
Green flag in the air. We are racing in the 2020 24 Hours of Daytona.
They go toe to toe for the feature race lead here on the last lap of the race. Side for the race lead in the final corner at Homestead.
Down the back straightaway, 3 wide again for the race lead. This is unbelievable stuff here tonight.
Loma is going to have to be very deep on the brakes, and he is very deep on the brakes. It's side by side through the corner. This is for the win.
It'll be side by side. Davies low, Ottinger high. To the very inside is Garrett low. 4 wide at the stripe. The Audis win here on this outside line. Neck and neck. Who's going to back out? Does anyone back out? Verstappen starts to squeeze on the inside, and now he'll try and straight line it. Goes under the apron. Drag race to the line. It's so close to call.
Under green flag conditions on to lap 102. Under 25 laps to go now, and the battle for the lead is on between Carlson and Lawson. Right behind them, Bradley Young. Heavy contact into the wall as Nicholas Moley tries to get up into this top 5.
Yeah, and look at Moley. You know, with all the trouble that Zelstra's been having, I think Moley is hoping to have a good extend his position to get into that possibly the top 3 and put himself in that second position.
Yeah, trying to get in front of Zelstra, who sits second in those overall championship standings. Bradley Young stuck on the outside. It's opened the door for Robert Eversole. He was in 5th earlier before a little bit of a moment with Blake Dorney. So trying to move himself up back into that top 5 for now, I believe what has been the 4th time today. He has been a man on a mission for that top 5 spot.
Yeah, he's definitely been a man on a mission, but as we
look at this crossover
from Bradley Young. Bradley Young trying to pull it.
Crossover by Bradley Young out of turn number 4. Eversole leaving him the hole, but I think he might be able to get it done here on the outside. There might be enough time. Bradley Young going to back off into the entry into the corner, and what a great move by Eversole to get it back on the outside.
Yeah, to get it back on the outside, definitely, Scott. What a move from Eversole, and like you said, man on a mission. He's just hoping to just ride around in this 5th position, I believe. You know, try to stay out of more contact. As Austin Pack got a little contact from Austin Cansdale got a little contact from Austin Pack. That's what I was trying to say.
Drivers that were leading earlier on trying to move back up through this field. We look along here with Bradley Young running out a little bit in no man's land. Tristan DSA advancing quickly on that 6th position. We take a look back up towards the front, and Lawson is now out on his own. He's got a almost 9/10 of a second gap in front of Hunter Carlson. So Carlson had a big moment as he has another big moment there. It's going to open the door for Blake Dorney, who's going to move right on through, and he's going to try to slide the crossover here, but does not have enough tire. And I think what we mentioned earlier, Emmett, is coming into effect. He does not have that same drive he did earlier, and I think it's because everyone else is pitted in this field except for Carlson.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as we ride on board with, I believe, Carlson, and look at those eyes of determination. And look at those hands. He's got a handful for sure, Scott.
He does have a handful right behind Blake Dorney. We look out of this driver view, right out of those eyes. Oh, heavy contact with Dorney. He's going to send him around. Caution will fly.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I would not be happy if I were Dorney.
Definitely. As we take a look
riding
at the
on board
right here.
Right when it happened, you'll see it on the entry here. You see Carlson just get into Dorney, sends him around, goes to the outside. I don't think he meant to, but it did still happen.
Yeah, it definitely did happen, and man, that's hard to call right there. As we ride on board now, seeing the bumper cam and just ever so slightly with that Nerf bar.
And look at this. Hunter Carlson is going to get the EOL for causing the caution, so he goes from a possibility of a 2nd or 3rd to going all the way to the back. And look who that benefits, Alan Zelstra, because again, let's remember, Carlson is your championship points leader, and he was on par to have a really great points day and make it almost impossible for anyone to challenge him for that championship. But with him going to the back now, it really opens the door for Moley and Zelstra, because Moley, he's going to start on the outside of the front row.
Yeah, holy moly, what a race from Nick Moley, you know. Has been just riding, you know, in that top 5 all day, and then avoided contact and avoided the wrecks, and now he finds himself on the outside.
Finds himself in a great position, and I'm surprised to see Hunter Carlson still not bring it into the pit lane even this time, already being in the back. But they're lined up 2 by 2. Lights still on the pace car. They'll go out this time by, so it'll be 1 to go. Green next time around for Mason Lawson. Driver trying to win, be the 4th driver to win on debut here in the 4Wide Motorsports Whelen Modified Tour. He's looked good all night. It hasn't been without incident. It hasn't been without calamity. But he's up front right now, and that's all that truly matters at the end of the day. Outside, it's Moley. Green flag is away.
Yeah, green flag and a great jump by Lawson to get away from Moley. But Moley's getting right back there, staying strong on that high side, but then he's going to drift right behind Moley.
Quick yellow as we're about to have 10 laps to go.
Yeah, looks like to be Tucker Shirelke, sorry.
And Tucker Shirelke might be involved there. We're unsure as to what this caution has come out for at 10 laps to go left on the field. So we've gotten them doubled up, we've gotten them stacked and ready to go. And a quick caution like we have seen many times before here tonight. I did not think we would see this much attrition tonight at Lanier.
Yeah. You know, I was talking with Yogi Schlier after I did that late model race with the Leadfoot guys, and me and Yogi Schlier were talking about it, and I said, what do you think's going to happen? He said, it's going to be calamity, and I said, maybe not, but once again, driver knows better than broadcaster, ain't that right, Scott?
Well, not always. Sometimes these drivers will get hot-headed. I will say they make definite great analysts, and so I think that Yogi Schlier made an excellent call with that one when y'all were having conversation. And so we have kind of a mystery caution here on lap 115. And we come back to the stripe. It'll be 9 laps to go under that green flag condition. Lights are off on the pace car. We'll line them up single file. We've gone back and forth, double file, single file. We're back to single file to try to get these last 10 laps done and complete and get these drivers packed up and on home. Mason Lawson continues out front. We'll try to get a great jump here over Moley. Green flag flies. Lawson, great jump.
Yeah, Lawson got a great jump on Moley, but Moley is, now he's starting to get, and look right there, Scott. Robert Eversole is battling with Moley for second. Unbelievable.
Well, look at this battle back for 4th.
Yeah.
Bradley Young moves himself up into second. Austin Pack trying to pull the crossover with a big block by Bradley Young there out of turn 2. Excellent move. Austin Pack going to give him the bumper with the Nerf bar, trying to get around that number 1 car.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to use that Nerf bar right there. There's going to be a little green on the back of that blue chassis for sure. But as we ride on board with Austin Pack, yeah, right there. There it is. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, gosh. Big wreck.
Man.
Zelstra's going to get involved in it on the back end. And, yeah, that's too aggressive from Pack.
Yeah, that's very too aggressive. That might be an ELO.
Oh, it will be an ELO for sure. I can almost guarantee you.
Yeah.
Pack moving himself back through this field after getting involved with him and Cansdale on that instant on the front stretch. He'd worked himself all the way up into that top 5, and here he's going to send Bradley Young around, and that, I imagine, will give him the EOL.
Dang. And the checkup got Zelstra into the back of the essay. And
yeah,
Xander Camper.
And then he gets tagged off the rear end.
Yeah, and then Xander Camper, just minding his own business, gets caught up in it also. Wow.
So, more calamity towards the end of this race. And again, I really didn't expect this from Lanier. I mean, I knew we were going to get some good action, but golly, we've gotten a great lot tonight.
Definitely.
Mason Lawson, we saw him involved in a lot of action early on, but really through this second portion of the race, it's been very quiet, and I think he's been that way for a reason up front.
Yeah, he's been up front, been quiet, but now he's got Nicholas Mully going to be lining up right behind him, and I think Mully wants to get this, but don't count out Robert Eversole. If he wins this race, what a comeback that would be, Scott.
It would be absolutely wild to see Robert Eversole go to victory lane. He's been a consistent driver all season long, has yet to be able to pick up the win. Green flag flies yet again. It'll be 5 to go across the line.
Yeah, 5 laps to go, and I think Eversole knows that as he is coming and coming fast because Mully is getting chased down by, but Mully right there on the back bumper of Lawson.
Very close between these top three. We'll watch here for this battle. It'll be 3 to go across the stripe as caution will fly once more. It's Blake Dorney on the back straightaway, sideways out of turn 2.
Yeah, I think this was just a single car. Let's take a look at the replay, just make sure. He got down on the... Looks like he got down on the apron and got loose before that. So, yeah, tough break for Blake Dorney.
Yeah, and I imagine that might be an Iracing thrown caution because that one probably could have stayed green. But Iracing sometimes is a little unsure. We'll get them lined up very quickly here and get them back going. Lights are still on the pace car. But I imagine we'll see them go off this time by. But you never know. If it's iRacing pacing, then we'll pace around 3 more times. See if those pace lights are off. Yes, they are. So we will get the 1 to go signal here this time. It'll be 3 laps to go when they do cross the stripe this time by. It's going to be a quick shootout, and looks like it's Mason Lawson's race to lose, Emmett.
Yeah, Mason Lawson. We'll see right here, Scott, as he comes to the green flag.
Green flag out for Lawson. Mully and Eversole close behind, looking for Lawson to make a mistake.
Yeah, looking for a mistake, definitely Mully. But here comes Eversole. Eversole trying to catch Mully. Is it going to be enough to catch up to Lawson, Scott?
No, he's looking out of his mirror. He has to deal with Austin Pack right there in the 81. White flag this time by for Mason Lawson. Mully trying to throw everything he has got at Lawson, but it's not going to be enough. And the 4th driver is going to win on debut. It's Mason Lawson.
Wow. Talk about a drive from Mason Lawson. Was quiet all day, but when it mattered most, he made the moves to get him that first win. Unbelievable job from Mason Lawson.
Great job. He had a bit of some sketchy moments early on with some of the other drivers, was able to clean it up midway through, found himself out front, and by the end, no one was able to challenge him. So a great job from this driver in the number 82. Getting the win. 4th driver to win on debut. How impressive.
Very impressive. And I think this is a good promotion for FWM for these other drivers that want to participate. I mean, it's showing that anyone can go out in their first race and win, you know, like we've seen 4 times already this year.
I fully agree. So Mason Lawson picks up his first win, and I wonder if we'll see him next week, and it might be going for a second. So great job for him on that. We're going to shoot it straight towards commercial, and we'll come back with results and an interview of our winner.
Welcome to Elevated Television. We are home to the Pitfall Podcast Tour, the Madhouse Racing League, and if you are looking for a league or in a broadcast company looking to shine and show your name out there, look no further than Elevated Television. We do more than just broadcasting. We also do quality edits with HD picture quality and more. Here in just a few of what we do here over on Elevated Television. Overlays. We do all forms of racing from late models to NASCAR. So if you're a league owner looking to get your league out there, look no further than Elevated TV. Make sure you check out Elevated Television on YouTube, Facebook, and more. And since we are elevating your game, high-quality sim racing broadcast since 2022.
Back here at Lanier, winner Mason Lawson, winner on debut. A really impressive drive from him. We're going to get you results first, then we'll get to talk to this driver. Sorry, we're going to do the interview since we've got him up here on the screen. Mason's with us in the booth. And Mason, you had quite a day because you started up near the front of this race. You started in third, but you had a little bit of calamity a few times throughout the first half of the race. Talk to me about those, about getting back in the mid-pack.
Yeah, man, the first half of the race was kind of crazy. Kind of got run over a few times and then got stuffed up in the fence, broke our right front off, had to pit, got some right side tires, and then just drove her back up to the field to the front.
Emmett.
And it was like when you were at the front, you weren't moving. I mean, dude, the way that you kept the lead for that many laps, unbelievable job.
Yeah, man, them restarts really helped me there, and especially them single files, I could get a good jump.
Talk to me about that tire wear, because you said you pitted there. We saw our championship leader, Hunter Carlson, stay out. Do you think it was essential picking up those tires midway through the race?
I don't think so. The tires didn't really wear too bad. If you weren't hard on them and didn't slide them and burn your right rear up, you were all right. It didn't hurt him too bad.
Well, we got one more race here in the modifieds. We'll be at USA next week. Will you be joining us?
I will.
Awesome. Glad that we'll have you. Congratulations on the win tonight. First time here, first time winner. Before I let you go, anyone you'd like to thank, Mason?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank the good Lord above and all my sponsors that sponsor me on my 602. The original Hemp Freeze this year coming on board, Ellington Jewelers, Elk Soap Company, Bug Insurance, Next Home Realty, Caudle's Roofing, Collins Roofing, and Walkertown Pawn and Gun.
Well, amen, brother. Appreciate you being here tonight. We'll see you next week. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
So that was Mason Lawson, winner here tonight at Lanier, a attrition-filled race, and he came out on top at the end of it. We'll get you the results. It was Lawson on top. Then Nicholas Moley comes up just short, his best finish of the season, as well as Robert Eversole finishing in third. Fourth and fifth was Austin Pack and Yogi Schleer. Yogi Schleer having his best finish as well, a first-time top five. So congratulations to Yogi. Bradley Young comes home sixth. Seventh and eighth was Hunter Carlson and Austin Cansdale. Ninth and 10th was Wayne Cannon and Alan Zelstra.
Yeah, and 11th, that's where you find Daniel Mindfu Jones, and then you'll find Tristan Thiesa in 12th. 13th is going to be Blake Dorney, and 14th is going to be Xander Camper. 15th, David Brill, and Tucker Shrelke in 16th. 17th will be Adrian Featherston. 18th will be Joshua Tressler, and 19th will be Gerald Berlin.
Excellent race night. Summary of this race, all 125 laps complete. 17 cautions tonight, so more than we would have imagined. 30 different lead changes, so we saw the battles up front continue on, and they were so exciting to watch. This was the fourth night of Speed Weeks here at Elevated Television. They will go all the way until this Saturday. We've got something going on every night, and next up for us will be the JE Limited Late Model Challenge Series. Tomorrow night, we'll go to the dirt. And Emmett, do you remember where we're going?
I believe we're going.
Yes, we're going to Limaland, a track that I love. So if you love the dirt, if you love Speed Weeks, join us tomorrow night around this same time that we started tonight, 8:30 Eastern, or excuse me, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Around that time, we'll be live for those limited late models at Limaland. And before I close out tonight, producer in my ear, anything we need to mention? He's telling me that we are all good. Reminder, if you want any updates, join the Elevated Television Discord, and we hope to see you tomorrow night as well as later on in this week. Congratulations to Mason Lawson picking up his first win